we will study about the signal flow graph. In the previous class we have studied about the block diagram reduction technique, and we have reduced the block diagram into a single block. And the signal flow graph is also a method of reducing the block diagram, and we can write a transfer function by using the signal flow graph. It is just like another method of writing the transfer function not by block diagram representation. Block diagram is a pictorial representation and signal flow graph is a graphical representation. So signal flow graph is a graphical representation of the particular block diagram also you can say, or a control system also you can say here. So if you come here, we have to know some important points in the signal flow graph method. Okay, what is this important thing you have to know here is about this is you have to know about node. What is a node? Node is nothing but it is a junction point, represents system variable which is equal to sum of all incoming signals. It is equal to sum of all incoming signals. Suppose for example, this is a node point. This is a node point and we are having all the incoming signals from here which are represented by a arrow. So this is called as a node where all the points join, where all the signals will join is called as a node here. And we can say tell that this is sum of all these signals also we can say. And what is this branch? A branch, what is a branch? A branch in general terms it is a line segment. It is a line segment from this node to this node. We call it as a branch. And we can name it as AB also. This is also called as a branch. And if you come here, it can be represented by some arrow. If you are representing arrow, it represents the direction of it. The direction of branch moving from which is moving from A to B, from A node to B node. And coming to the other one, what is the other thing is we are having input node. What is input node? Input node, we have known about node. What is input node? Input node means where all the incoming signals are there. Where all the incoming signals are there reaching towards this particular thing. Okay, and we will see here input node we are talking about. Input node here it is input, and suppose the output node is here. Suppose we are starting from here, the input node will be traveling outside. So we will be traveling outside and reaching the other node here. So this is called as output node and this is called as input node. Input node means where the outgoing branches will be there. And what is the output node? Output node where all the incoming branches will be there is called as a output node. So it is reaching here output. So this is input. Input means from here it is starting, it is outgoing branches, and here output means it is the incoming branches. So we understood the difference between input node and output node. Input node is nothing but where the branches are allowed to outgoing. And where here the output means where the branches are allowed for incoming is called as output node. Okay, and one more thing we have to know about here is mixed node. Mixed node means which is having both incoming as well as outgoing branches. It's called as a mixed node. In the name itself it is there, mixed node. And one more thing we have to learn is loop. As you already know what is a loop. Loop means it is a thing where you will be having the starting point and ending point is same. Starting node and the ending node will be the same. It is called as a loop. And one more thing you have to know here is about the path. What is meant by path? A path means a road we can say. Suppose a path is nothing but it is a traversal of connected branches. It is a traversal of connected branches, or we can say a tracing of the connected branches. Suppose number of branches are connected like this. Suppose this is a path. A, B, C is a path. And what is meant by path gain? What is my path gain? The product of branch gains. The product of the branch gains encountered in traversing a path is called as path gain. And what is meant by loop gain? The product of branch gains. Here we are multiplying the branch gains. Product of branch gains encountered in traversing a loop is called as loop gain. Okay. So these what is meant by non-touching loop? Non-touching loop means what? Non-touching loop means where you are not having any. If the same direction, same node is not repeated. Non-touching loop means if the loop is also happening, but the same node is not touched once more time. Okay, so it is called as non-touching loop. And one more thing here is self loop. What is self loop? Self loop is we are having a single branch. We are having a single branch is called as a self loop. So these things should be remembered here about the path gain, about the loop gain, path, branch and node. These are the some important parameters here. Here this signal graph, flow graph was actually used for the system diagramming, and it was developed by a scientist known as S.J. Mason. His name was S.J. Mason here, and it is as easy as than the block diagram reduction technique. As I already said, that is a graphical representation. So we will be using this in signal flow graph in control systems also to reduce the block diagram, and also in the control system we can use it. Okay. So while drawing this signal flow graph, we are having these things to be remembered, that node and path as well as loop, what is loop gain and what is this particular path gain, and also we are having non-touching loops, okay, output node, where is the input node, and these things we have to remember so that it will be easy for us to draw the signal flow graph for any system. Suppose system equation is given, we can draw the signal flow graph for that. Okay. We will see here some rules are given. That rules are nothing but called as the signal flow graph algebra also we can say. So we have some algebra means nothing but mathematical calculations, or like we are having some pictorial representations that how two nodes can be combined or how these two nodes can be made or merged together. We will be seeing that particular now. So there are a few rules that are to be followed now. These few rules are very easy to follow. Why? Because these rules, if they are properly known to us, then we can use the signal flow graph, and whatever the equation is given to us, we can easily convert into a signal flow graph here. Okay. Now we will see some small rules here. What is this first rule? Rule 1, or we will write. Mention this thing. Suppose it is a node, x1 is a node, and here x2 is also one node. These two are the nodes. Okay. If these two are the nodes and we are connecting here like this, if you are connecting like this, this is the A gain, and here if you see here, how can this one be written? How can this one be written now? In the form of equation, we can write this one as x2. x2 is the what node here? This is the output node, this is the input node where it is outgoing, and this is the incoming direction. So if we can write it as x2 is equals to ax1, x2 is equals to ax1. Okay, next one, second. What is rule 2? We will see now. If you are having this one and we are having this one here, and we will be writing this thing x1, x2. Okay, these x1 and x2 are two nodes here, and this is represented like this. And if you are having one more node here, x3, if you are having one more node here called as x3, what will you do if you are having one more node x3 here? If this is equals to, if you see here, x3 is equals to, we have to write this particular direction also, no? A1, A2, A1, A2 and x3. So we will write here x3, if you observe here, x3 is equals to A1, x1. x3 is equals to A1, x1. Why? Because we are multiplying this one. As we have done here, x2 is equal to ax1, x3 is equals to ax1. Before node, ax1 implies x3 is equals to A1, x1, and here is a common node for this. This is a common node, no? We can add this one here. Direction is like this, plus A2, x2. This is x2 and this is A2. A2, x2 you have to multiply. So this one has become A1, x1 plus A2, x2. Now third rule. What is the third rule or rule 3? You can write here and say, what is rule 3? Suppose this is one node, this is one node, and you are doing like this. If you are having this particular loop, what we call it as a loop, but you have seen here their directions. This is suppose x1 and this is suppose x2 and this is A and this is B. What we can write here? We can write here is this is the output node, implies x2 is equals to, we can combine these two as they are coming towards x2, we can combine a plus b into x1. x2 is equals to a plus b into x1, we can write like this. These are the rules. And one more thing, how to do this one? Because while doing the signal flow graph, we will come across this type of things, then we can easily write what is the actual equation for that. Okay, suppose the nodes are like this, nodes and the branches are like this. Suppose you see here, and one more thing, here is x4, here is x1, here is x2, here is x3, and here is this branch. And now we will write here A, B and C. If you write here A, B and C, from this particular rules, what we are doing here is these are following only one path. This is only one path, x1 to x4. So we can multiply this one. So x4 we can write here. Okay, we can multiply this one and write implies like this. We can write, and here also we can write like this. So x1. This is AC, and here is x2, and here is x4, and here is BC. Okay, if this happens, it happens like this, we can write the equation. Okay, x4 is equals to as this one, AC x1 plus BC x2. We can write this form also. Okay, so from these particular rules, it is simple, and we can have some more rules that we are having, like signal flow graph, how we can forming a path, and how we are finding a non-touching loop. All these while doing a problem or while writing the equations we can see. Okay. So signal flow graph construction is one of the step here we have to follow how to construct the signal flow graph. So signal flow graph construction is nothing but we are using here describing equation of that signal flow graph construction. We are using the describing equations. First we will describe the describing equations are written, and where we are having the algebraic equations of various forms, like we are having a simple equation or a complex equation, and from that equations we will be developing this particular signal flow graph, how to construct the signal flow graph. From that algebraic equations only we are seeing that how many nodes are there. First we will be writing the number of nodes, and we will be finding out which is the input variable and which is the output variable in that. Why? Because we have seen that the input node should be there and output node should be there for an algebraic equation written. So we will go through that one now. First what is the thing you are doing is first you have to find out the nodes. You have to first find out the nodes for that. If you are writing the nodes for that, like you are having 5 nodes, suppose x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5. Then if the nodes are there like x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5, then here this one is the input variable and output variable, input node and output node, where we are sending the signals from this, and here we are receiving the signals from this, because output, the last node is the output node as generally described here in this. Now we write some equations mentioned, and that equations are we will write like x2 is equals to a12 x1 plus a22 x2 plus A3 to X2, A3 to X3 plus A4 to X4 plus A5 to X5 plus A5 to X5. So you can see here X5, X4, X3, X2, X1 also written here. What A1 to A2 to A3 to A4 and this A4 to and A5 to is also mentioned here. So we will see how these A values and X values are there in the diagram now. In the signal flow graph diagram we will see. Now one more equation we will write here. X3 is equals to A23 X2. This is one equation. And one more equation we will write here. X4 is equals to A34 X3 plus A44 X4. If you want to write one more equation, these are X2, X3, X4, and we will write this X5 also here. X5 is equals to A35, because this is the fourth one, A34, A23, like that, A12, starting from 1 we are writing A35 X3 plus A45 X4, A35 X3 plus A45 X4. So the change is here 45 X4, and here it is A35, 34 and 35. You can see the changes here. There are systematically written here. The algebraic equations are the systematic written equations here. And if you have these nodes, particular nodes, these are the nodes X1, X2, X3, X4 and X5. Now we will write the equation further. We will write the equation, we draw the signal flow graph further. Okay. How to write the signal flow graph means first we have to note these nodes. If you are having the nodes, you can place it in a wide distance, like distance between two nodes should be somewhat far away, because we have to connect these particular signals. For our convenience, we will be drawing these nodes here and connecting all these particular equations in the nodes. Okay. Before writing any signal flow graph, first we have to see that the nodes are there. Mention the nodes first: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the 5 nodes given respectively. So it is X1, X2, X3, X4 and X5. After seeing this particular diagram, dots, nodes, we call X1, X2, X3, X4 and X5, we will write the first equation here. X2 is equals to A1 to X1. X2 is equals to A1 to X1. So A1 to X1 means here we are having this signal flow graph like this, because it is traveling from 1 to 2, A12. It is given as A12. Next, what we will do here, we will first let me tell you like this. First we will be having nodes, and we will be making a connection, that is A12. Is it clear to you? A12 X1, as we have already seen in the rule, X2 is equals to A1 to X1. Okay. And the direction is from A1 to like this. Direction is also compulsory here. If you mention direction like this, and next is plus A22 X2. Where is A22 X2? Where is A22 X2? We can see here A22 X2 is. So we have drawn here this A22. A22 is nothing but here A22 X2. That is a self loop here. 2 to 2 again it is coming here. Next is A3 to X3. A3 to X3 means what? Here it is coming from 3 to 2 here. You can see here 3 to 2. This is called as A32. And one more thing is here A32. This is one signal flow. And if you come back here, it is A42. If you see A42, you can try a signal for here X4. Means it is coming from 4 to 2. For our convenience, we are writing here. This is A42, and we can write here A42 here. This is the X3 node. Okay, and we are having this A52. So A52, this node is A52, and we will be connecting from this X5 point to this particular point here. Okay, this is the signal flow graph for this equation. A1 to X1, X2, for main is X2 point, A1 to X1 plus A2 to X2 plus A3 to X3 plus A4 to X4 and A5 to X5. This is A52. So by these equations, it is our choice to make here A42 can be written here, like this also we can write, or else from here also we can write A42. Suppose we write here A42, if it is looking clumsy, we do one thing, just we will remove here A4 point and we will be connecting here like this. Direction is A42 and this is A52 and this is A32, A12 and A22. The first equation is completed. Now all these nodes are there, X1, X2, X3, X4 and X5. Now we will go to the second one, X3 is equals to A23 into X2. We will have these nodes X1, X2, X3, X4 and X5. If you have these particular X1, X2, X3, X4 and X5 nodes, then this equation can be written as X3 is equals to A23 into X2. X3 is equals to A23 into X2 means what you have to do, you have to see that it is A23. It is A23. We can write A23 like this. This is one equation. Okay. This is one equation. And coming to this other equation here, it is X4. It is X4 is equals to A34 into X3 plus A44 into X4. We will draw one more diagram for it. X1, X2, X3, X4 and X5. So this signal A34 X3. A34 X3 means, so it is A34. You can write A34 like this. Okay, we can write A34 in that way and A34 X3 plus A44 X4. A34 X3, it is a straight direction only, A34 it is not coming back, no, so we can write A34 in the simple way, that is A34, A34. If it is coming back, we can make a loop like this. So A34 into X3, this is the equation and this is the signal flow graph for it. Now A plus A44 X4, A44 X4 means A44, it is nothing but the same loop again. So it is A44. This is one signal flow graph, and last equation is there, X5 is equals to given some variables are there and these variables we will be writing here. So how will we write A35 X3? A35. 35 means from 3 to 5 it is there, from 3 to 5 and A45. So we see here A35 X3 and A45 X4 both are in the forward direction only. So we will write the equation for it. We will write that equation A35 and A45. What is A35? This is A35. As we are having here X4, we will just jump here and go to AX5, and this is called as A35 and this is called as A4, this is not this one, A45. So this is one more signal flow graph. So all these are the signal flow graphs 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have got these many steps here. So what is first equation, this one, and second is this one, and this is the A34X3 and A44X4 and A35X3 and A45X4. Now these all things should be combined and written a overall signal flow graph. To make it an overall signal flow graph, what you have to do, you have to combine all these things and write into a simple signal flow graph now. So here we have got all the these particular signal flow graphs, individual signal flow graphs joined into a main signal flow graph, that is the complete signal flow graph we have got here, where this particular thing is drawn first, and we have mentioned the A22 and also A42 and A23 and A32 also mentioned. We have to check that all the signal flow graphs are mentioned and the proper coefficients are there. So after mentioning this one, wherever the gaps are there, where we are not filled, we have to complete this X2, X3, where we have to mention these particular nodes properly, X2 and X3 nodes, and these particular nodes should be mentioned, and also the proper direction should be mentioned there. So we are completing this signal flow graph. Complete signal flow graph is given by this particular representation. This is the pictorial representation of those equations. Okay, we have got the pictorial representation of those equations now, and we have to follow an Masson gain formula. For overall gain, we have to follow the Masson gain formula there, and we will be finding the transfer function also. We can able to find the transfer function by using that formula. So students, we will end our topic here, as we have seen that how to bring the signal flow graph from a algebraic equations. In the next class, we will be dealing about the formula, Masson's formula for writing the transfer function. There we will be writing the transfer function from signal flow graph. Okay, thank you.